Hello everybody and welcome back to the garden. It's a lovely sunny day. Let's have a look what we can do in the garden today. Let's go. So I'm down here in my veggie area. After crazy amount of rain and wind for last 24 hours, we suddenly got a lovely sunny day. Blue sky, not a cloud in the sky. So I thought it's gonna be a perfect day to do some clearing and preparing the veggie area for winter and spring. It's gonna be lots of weeding, clearing, maybe some digging. I might do some mulching as well, we'll see how it goes. So join me today for the winter garden preparation. This is how the garden looks like at the moment. It's one complete mess. I need to start clearing it and preparing the garden for the spring. There's still some harvesting to be done. Carrot leeks, parsnips and beetroot. I think that's all that's left. And yeah, I might do some mulching as well if I get enough time today. We shall see how it goes. The worst area, as always, are the strawberries. They are always getting overwhelmed by weeds. So I'll see how much I can clear today. All the other garden beds are doing all right. They just need light clearing. The pots need weeding as well. So let's get to work. Okay, so here we are. I don't quite know where to start, probably from the beginning, from the corner, and work my way through the garden. It's a bit overwhelming feeling to start like that from scratch, but it's good to bear in mind, just start and do as much as you can, bit by bit. By the end of the winter, we're gonna clear this whole area. Fingers crossed, I have a week off, so I can do it this week. I have enough time. Well, I should have enough time, we'll see. So yeah, let's do some work. Okay, so as I said just a moment ago, the best strategy for me gonna be starting from the corner of the garden, from the entrance, and slowly work myself down the garden. We'll see how much we can do today. It's a lovely sunny day, feels quite warm. So I think it's gonna be a question of hoeing at least all the parts, maybe some light digging and weeding the garden. So we'll see how it goes. I have to be a bit careful here around this bed. I have all my parsnips that were growing here all year. They might be ready to harvest actually. We had quite a bit of frost. The soil is very wet and soft, so that's easy hoeing. Hopefully, having a week off, I can manage to sort out at least the veggie area. Maybe make a start in the ornamental garden. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, as I said, there's parsnips here, so I have to be a bit careful. All this weed's gonna go on the wheelbarrow and straight on the compost heap. I truly do not understand why this strawberry area always gets so weedy, no matter how often I'm weeding this. It would have been a perfect day, except the fighter jets are flying. I hope the microphone is cutting out most of the noise. Okay, so let me work through that mess and I will catch up with you in a moment. Okay, so I think that's shaping up all right. It's already full wheelbarrow of weeds. Don't get me wrong, I'm not doing proper weeding by hand. I'm not pulling all the roots. It's just hoeing to get rid of all the horrible annual weeds so they won't spread the seeds for the next year. The perennial weeds still gonna come back, but that's a job for the spring. I'm gonna have to go through this area again and do proper weeding in the spring when the weeds start growing again. But for now, I'm just trying to take control over this garden so it won't overwhelm me anymore. It's going faster than I expected. This area is gonna be a problem, but I think I'm gonna leave it till last and continue my hoeing all around, and we'll see where we're gonna get. Okay, so that was a second wheelbarrow. I think it's going much quicker than expected. I still have the hand weeding to do in my strawberries and bits and pieces behind the camera, but it's doing very well. The other thing about removing all the weeds and detritus from the soil before winter, it reduces the spaces for the slugs and snails to hide. So that's hopefully gonna reduce the pest load for the next spring. So yeah, it's doing well. I think I need a coffee break. Been working for over an hour. So I'll see you back after my coffee. Okay, I think I deserve the break. It's a hard job if you haven't done it for a while. I bet I'm gonna feel it in my muscles tomorrow, but that's a nice, healthy feeling. I was thinking and arguing with myself what to do about the mulching. I have quite a lot of chicken bedding ready to go on the garden, but then I thought, as I said a minute ago, that's just gonna give extra hiding space for all the slugs and snails over the winter. So I think I'm gonna store all the chicken bedding and mulch it in the spring, or maybe even compost it. I'm not decided yet. But I think keeping the soil clean over the winter is a better idea in my situation. We are getting very high numbers of slugs and snails here in East England. So I think it's a better idea to keep the soil open. Maybe the birds and other predators gonna have a go at the slugs. As I said before, I'm not doing proper weeding. It's just hoeing to keep the area clean. I'm most likely gonna have to do the proper weeding in the spring anyway, when the weeds start growing again next year. But for now, I think that's gonna be enough for the winter. The weeds are not growing that fast anymore anyway. So yeah, I think I've done about half of the veggie area at the moment. So I can have my coffee and I'll see how I feel I might finish it today. All right, so let me continue and we'll see how far we're gonna get today. I have a good feeling I'm gonna finish my hoeing for the whole veggie area today. Fingers crossed. It's not that much left really. But first of all, let's get rid of this old popcorn stalks. This mountain of soil here is the compost from my potato pots. That's where I tipped out all the potato pots after harvesting. I don't know if you watched my potato harvesting video and remember how the compost looked back then, but that's how it looks now. Pure composted material. No more sticks left. So that can go straight on the garden beds. All right, that should do it for now. And now back to hoeing. Okay, so I think the hoeing is done. It went much quicker than expected. Well, it's still about 3 hours. Not bad really for the whole area. But let me show you how the garden looks like now and what else needs doing. Okay, so let's start from the entrance. That's where we started our weeding and hoeing session. That looks much better. As I said before, the strawberry area, gonna have to wait for another day, maybe tomorrow. I need to do it by hand. There's too many weeds in between the plants, so I can't do any hoeing. But that's gonna take too much time for today, so it has to wait for tomorrow or the next day. But the rest of the area is looking quite good. As I was saying before, I was thinking of mulching most of the garden, but then I decided I'm gonna leave it open for the winter. Hopefully that's gonna reduce the slugs population. So after all this weeding, there's another wheelbarrow to go on the compost, but the compost is completely full, both bays. I'm gonna need to throw everything on the top here. That's gonna be a job and a half to turn this compost by the end of the winter. But yeah, as I said, this all is cleared already. Hopefully it's gonna stay like that for the winter, waiting for the spring. That's the only area that needs working. My purple sprouting broccolis, I need to stake them and tie it to something. They are all regrowing after the decimation of the caterpillars. Same with leeks and carrots, they're gonna need harvesting. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do it this week. They're not gonna grow anymore. But fingers crossed, the carrots and leek combination is working a treat. The only other two things to harvest are my parsnips. I'm gonna be harvesting them bit by bit over the winter. Hopefully there's something to eat under there. It does look nice on the top. We'll see how big they are. And last but not least are the beetroot at the end here. They were growing in a complete shade during the year. So I'm pretty sure there's not that much of them, but there's always something. So yeah, here we are with the garden transformation. Okay, so I think that's all I have for you today. It was a busy day, lots of work, but I'm happy. The garden looks so much better. It was really overwhelming at the beginning. I was delaying that day all the time. I didn't want to start, but once you get going, it's going much quicker. If you don't have time to do your whole garden in one go, just do bit by bit. The most important thing is to start. But as I said, that's all I have for you today. I'll see you back in the garden very soon. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.